Hello, everyone. Here today to talk to you about construction engineering, specifically the electrical emphasis and what careers you could possibly get if you decide to go down that route. A little bit about myself. Named Matt Yonke. I was a ConE electrical emphasis class of 2010. Prior to attending Iowa State, I was a journeyman electrician since 2000. I've been a licensed electrical engineer, professional engineer since 2016. I work for Bluestone Engineering located in Iowa. A little bit about Bluestone. Tagline is engineering with a human touch. That kind of speaks to we try to take a more personal approach in our interactions with clients and customers. A little bit more about Bluestone. We're based out of Des Moines, Johnston specifically. We're a smaller company. We have 22 full-time staff, of which 8 of those 22 are professionally licensed in the state of Iowa. We provide complete MEPT design services, MEPT, mechanical, electrical, plumbing technology. We also provide full BIM capabilities. Navisworks BIM is building information modeling. Like I said before, we try to provide a flexible approach. We'll do everything from full design, design assist. Typically, we're partnered with contractors for design assist, design build, and IPD, which is integrated project delivery. Core focus is helping customers through creative engineering solutions. One career you can get into, and obviously this is where I fall in, is design. Can work for a consulting engineering firm like I do. We work for and with owners and architects. Our main job is developing plans and specifications through owners' criteria. Also energy and arc flash modeling, and also construction administration. So we are visiting all the sites that we design to assure that they're being installed per plans and specifications. You could also work for specialty contractors. This is what's considered the skilled trades. You could be a project manager or PM, field engineer, foreman. Typically, with the electrical emphasis, you'll see them as subcontractors. They'll be working for a construction manager or a general contractor. Typical systems that you would be putting in as part of the specialty would be like nurse call systems, fire alarm systems, security systems, and you get an opportunity for design build with this as well. Another job you could get out of this, or career, sorry, I should say, is an estimator. So as part of an estimator, you could work for quite a few different types of companies, from construction managers to general contractors to consultants. Even there's companies out there that are consultants, and all they do is put budgets together. Estimators typically obviously are managing construction costs, whether that's initial project pricing, value engineering, budget monitoring, or pricing up of change orders. Then another career possibility is working for a general contractor. Now that may seem a little bit odd, but general contractors, as projects are getting more and more complicated, whether due to additional regulations, additional codes, updates, technology improvements. General contractors are really looking for people that can help them put the pieces together. It's no longer feasible for contractors to stay competitive and have 1 or 2 people that know everything about building a building. You know, structural, architectural, MEP. Those days are gone. So they really try to bring in specialty people that will address and monitor each system. to help them put the pieces together. These are typically considered MEP coordinators on the MEP side. It's a very specialized type of project management. They also handle submittal review and trade coordination. And also a big important part is defining scope, making sure that all scope is covered for projects so there isn't any holes or large change orders that come in after the fact. Along with that also comes in developing bid. Another career path is sales engineering. This one doesn't get brought up too much, but it's you're basically a product rep. You are providing technical support to engineers as well. We take switchgear, for example. If I am working on a project and say I need a 15,000 kilovolt substation, don't really work on those every day. So it's a very technical, highly technical piece of equipment. I'm not going to know everything. So I'll get with the sales rep and bring him on board to provide additional technical expertise for me when I for applying that piece of equipment. Sales engineers also bid projects. So when projects go out to get bid, sales engineers will take the plans, read the specs, put together their specific brand of equipment, and provide a bid to the contractors to select that equipment. Also, they will service equipment, whether it's going out and say for a fire alarm system, they need to start that piece of equipment or commission it. Also, routine maintenance is another one I've seen construction engineers go into in the field. The T, obviously, in MEPT is technology, and this is something that is highly that is advancing rapidly. The technology gains in this sector is just crazy. It's impossible for me to keep up as an electrical. We have dedicated technology designers that just focus on that. Items included in this are your typical horizontal cabling, what everybody would consider to be data, audio visual, telecom, security or access control. Another career is power distribution along the utility side, whether that's distribution generation or protection of that system. That's another possibility to go through. One more would be facility director. Large buildings will hire companies with large buildings will hire these facility directors to manage their buildings, to make sure their systems are kept up. Equipment is replaced at the right time. Make sure there's, if there's energy improvement that can be done to the building, it's their responsibility to go for that too. It can be public or private entities. A lot of planning, development process. Some additional paths is energy modeling. There's companies out there that's all they do is energy modeling. We do a little bit of it. We don't do a lot. It takes some specialty software that we just don't have the staff to do that. Also, BIM coordinator. So that's putting 3D models together and coordinating all systems virtually before it ever starts to get built on site. Manufacturing. Controls such as lighting controls is a big thing right now, or if you're in an industrial setting, automation controls for processes. Oh, I always like to end these presentations with some project photos. Here's some projects that we had worked on recently and have completed. The one on the left, top left, is the Hy-Vee Conference Center in Des Moines. Bottom right is Iowa State Youth Inn out at the fairgrounds. And I don't know if anybody has remember what this building used to be, but this building was in terrible shape before we started, and now it's actually usable again. Healthcare. So in the top left photo, as a designer, we designed the lighting, the nurse call, the power, the fire alarm, the access controls, and even got to specify that exam light, which is, to me, kind of cool. Same with the bottom right. another healthcare typical patient. Top left, grocery store. Bottom right, another medical intensive care unit. On the left, that's actually a decorative IT closet, which is kind of cool. That's at the Des Moines Apprenticeship Training Facility in Des Moines. Not too often you get to work on a active data rack, which is put on display. We actually have RGB lighting in there as well, which I'm sure I will never do again for a data rack. Off to the right, you can see an AV installation for a lecture hall. And this is our BIM capability. So this is a battery plant out in eastern Iowa, and we designed a lot of the process equipment for it and piping. So you can see there's a lot of stuff going in there. And it's good to have everything planned out ahead of time, and saves a lot of money for the contractors. So that was pretty rewarding and unique for us to work on. Top left is lighting layout and a lighting design software that we use. It's called AGI. Over to the right, you can see the power distribution, a couple 1500 kW generators sitting there. And yeah, so that's it. I want to thank everybody. Sorry if this got a little wordy, a little long. I'm not used to making videos, so I hope this turned out all right. Thank you.